What would you do if the police dragged you away, and the woman you loved didn't even blink? The cuffs clicked before I could take off my shoes. Gravel bit into my knees while red and blue lights washed over the door I built with my own hands. I told them my name. I told them it was my house. They told me to stop lying. The officer with the shaved head barked about breaking and entering. I looked past him, past the badge and the gun, to the porch light that shouldn't have been on. That light was always off when I traveled, curtains closed too, which was wrong. Elise liked them open at night. Then, a shadow moved behind the glass. Tall, male, wearing my robe. I didn't say a word. They dragged me toward the cruiser. He stepped onto the porch and waved like a man proud of what he stole. She followed, barefoot in silk, face unreadable. She didn't look surprised. She didn't look at me at all. At all. 6 months earlier, I'd left for Singapore, long contract. Good money. A chance to build something better for both of us. She cried at the airport, clung to me, said she'd miss me too much. I believed her. Every call, she said the house was fine. Every text said the street was quiet. When I asked about Derek, she laughed and called me paranoid. I'd seen the late-night pop of his name on her screen, the quick swipe to hide threads, the sudden change of subject. I told myself she was lonely, not lost, bored, not broken. I was wrong. She was occupied by him, in my bed, under my roof. By noon the next day, I was out on bail. No calls, no scenes. I started digging. The deed still had my name, but the utilities were hers, switched 2 months ago. Bank records showed small, precise transfers, the joint account draining in quiet steps. The security system was new, installed while I was gone. The password wasn't mine. Then the photos, not from a PI from the cloud. She forgot her phone, backed up automatically. He was in every room, his shirt in my kitchen, his shoes by my bed. Her hands on him, my walls smiling behind them. I watched like they were strangers on a screen. Because that's what they were now. She texted, "Can we talk?" I replied, "Come alone." She arrived at the cafe dressed like grief black dress, dark glasses, a performance more than a person. I slid an envelope across the table. Photos, account logs, passwords, dates. Her fingers shook. She kept reading. The silence got heavy. I asked, "Was it worth it?" She didn't answer. Her throat worked like the truth was too small to swallow. I set down a second envelope, an eviction notice, filed, signed, legal. She whispered, "You can't do this." I leaned in, steady. "You didn't just cheat on me. You tried to erase me." Then I stood and walked away. Through the window, she was still there, clutching paper like shards of a life she'd smashed herself. It took 3 weeks to change the locks and 2 hours to erase her from every room. I repainted the bedroom, sold the bed, burned the photos, kept the robe. She never showed up in court. Cowards rarely do. Now I sleep fine, not because I won, but because I saw the truth and survived it. There's a stillness that comes when you stop loving someone who never really existed. Not joy, not triumph, just clean silence that proves you weren't crazy. You were right.